Hi guys, welcome back to another Tag Tuesday. Today I want to try out something new. I'm doing something that I haven't done before. I'm trying to see how it'll come out. So I haven't done a sample yet. So we're just gonna go with the flow here. Let me show you first what we're working with. I have this and I've actually hauled it not too long ago. I found it on Amazon. It's called, it's the Tim Holtz Sizzix Thinlits, and it's called Tailored, and I have already put some together. As you can see here, I've done a few. So here's the same, these are the same, and I just kind of mixed them up. And I want to do framed mirrors, but adding these in the middle. And so I do have some silver, I guess, paper. This is the one from Tim Holtz. So it's the metallic paper there. And then I also have, I think this is the Tim Holtz, and this is the glitter, but this is the kind that doesn't come off, which is awesome. So I wanted to try that out. And then also just the regular, and I kind of like this because it kind of has a texture to it. And I believe I got this one from Hobby Lobby. And this is just a regular 8x11, 8.5 by 11 silver paper. And we're going to be putting that, but I have these frames, and I believe these are also from Hobby Lobby in the paper craft section, and they're chipboard. And so I thought, let's use these as our frames to our mirrors, and then adding these in the middle. And then I found these, and I believe these are in the Keepsakes ephemera pack, well, most of them, and they're just little like advertisement pieces, and I thought that these would be really cool. So this one just says antiques, and then this one actually says men and boys clothing, which is perfect. Also this one, Rink and Fitzer tailors, which is perfect. And then I just got this one just in case, and this one just says repair trunks, traveling bags, and all that jazz. So what I do have is this is a tag that I've already pre-cut, and it is 3.5 by 6.5, and that's actually the perfect size for these frames. And then to add a little thing on the bottom, I think would be so cute. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to put these off to the side. I do have some brads that I might be adding to that, to those things, but we'll see later. Let's cut out our frames first. And so let's try out one from each. I'm going to do this on the back, and just with the pen or pencil, I'm going to trace out the circle, which is the inside of the frame, and then just make sure that I cut around that with, you know, with enough border so that I can have that glued on the inside. So we'll do that one. So let me just cut this part out, and then I will do the other two off camera, but this is just to kind of get an idea. Let's just go ahead and use these, get an idea of how this is going to turn out, because like I said, I didn't do one in advance, so we're just going with the flow here. But I think it'll be cute. It'll be a fun little project to do. So with this cut out a little bit bigger, it doesn't have to be perfect, but there it is. Isn't that cute? So now we can glue this. I'm going to put it this way, and I'm going to glue on the edge, the outer edge here. Sorry for the glare. I think I'm going to put it down and then just put this on top. Okay. And there is that one. So let me go ahead and do the rest of them. I think I'm just going to do 3, so I'll figure out which one. I think for sure this one, but we'll see. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, here they are. They're all done. Now time to decorate. It's going to be so much fun. Okay, let's go ahead and put them together. I think this one might go fun here, and this one can go here. So let's glue these down, and then we can start adding all of our fun stuff to it. Okay, I'm gonna add it more towards the, well, I guess towards the top. And then these are going to be fun. These are super easy. I think what's going to take most of your time is, if you have that die set, is putting them together. But what I did was I was watching a show and I just started cutting things out. And so it was fun. It was a fun little project to do. I'm excited to see how these are going to turn out. Okay, and last one. Put this one on here. And then finish this up. I do have a few that I can do, but I think what I did was, I think I was supposed to put the bow ties on the inside of this, and I didn't. So I think, if anything, I might be able to just cut the bow tie off and then just glue that down. But isn't this cool how it's supposed to fold over, like the little lapels, and then the shirt collar? I think that's really cute. So I might have to trim this off a little bit for this one. Or let me see if this one's going to be just as wide. Yeah. But I think I want to do this one in here. So I'm just going to trim off just a tiny bit of these edges. So that it'll fit. Let me ink those sides. So we can put this here. I'm just going to map it out for right now and see how I want it. Look at that. I love that. I think I am going to cut off. Let me cut that off, and then I can glue that inside. And I'll just ink that. I love it. It's so cute. Okay, but before I do that, I think I want to add, I found these little, I don't know, I think maybe adding it maybe over here to the side or something. I think that might be cute. So let me put a little hole. I'm going to put on this side. I think that might be fun. So I'm going to add a little hole here. I think I need to put this on the, carefully, because I don't want to add too much of a hole. So I'm carefully just wiggling that through so that I can add, I don't know if that'll fit. I think this one will look good. I'm scared. Come on, carefully. There it goes. Oh yeah, that looks cute. So now I'll just press this down. I'm gonna have to figure out so that it won't show on the back. But let me get my, I like to use the back of this, my tweezers, to kind of press it down so that it's nice and flat on the back, so that it won't raise up. But yeah, I like that. Okay, let's glue this down first. So this goes like this. Oh yeah, for sure. Okay. So let's glue this down. Where there's a will, there's a way. Okay. I'm going to put this here. Yep. Okay. Now I'm going to glue this here as far down as it goes. Gotta clean that up. It'll dry clear, so it's not a big deal. Okay, and then put this right here at the top. I'm gonna try not to put too much glue on the ends. Let me put a little bit of glue on that. And I'm gonna put this up here. Press that down. I love that it's a little 3D. Look how cute that is. It's lifting up a little bit back there because of the brad. But that's okay. Look at that. And then we can add, let's see. Should we add this one? Doesn't that look cute? Let's add that. And then we'll see if there's anything else that we can maybe add around it. But let's put this on the bottom here. I don't know why I keep adding so much glue on the corners. Okay. Now let's do this one. This one I think I want to add the blue. I like that. So let's put this one off to the side. We'll add that. And then I have, I think I like this one better. Yeah. This one with this. And then this one has this bow tie. Or should I add this one? We'll just do this one. So I'm going to cut this. Cut that off. Make sure I get all the little corners. And then glue this down. So let's take this off of here so that I don't glue it by mistake somewhere else. Pressing that down. I think it's supposed to go a little bit further up, isn't it? Too late. It's supposed to go further up. It's supposed to be right here, and I didn't put it there. Oh, it's okay. We're just going to work with it. Because if I take it off, it's just going to leave a big old mess. I could just add this one. Let's just do that because that's going to bother me. So again, we're going to add, let me cut that little piece off. I wasn't paying attention to that part. Yeah, it's supposed to go further up. right there. Yeah, much better. Okay, now this, let's add this one. Again, we're going to put it off to the side. So I think I'm going to get out my little pad thing that I use. It's just easier because it doesn't go through all the way. And then we'll add our little brad here. Okay. Now let's use the back of my tweezers just to kind of flatten it out. Oh, I love that. I could do it, no, I was going to say I could do it in a diamond shape, but otherwise the little legs on the back are just going to stick up. So we're not going to do that. Okay, so I can add this and this here. I have seen people do this. Let me show you. They do this. And then they kind of do this off to the side. That's really cute too, isn't it? But then what would I put down here? You know what I mean? See that? Because that looks really cute too. I actually like that a lot. But what would I put down here? Let's just go ahead and do it because I really like the way that looks. So let's glue this down first. I'm going to add this right here. I'm going to put this right here. And then we'll add this right here on the top. So let me add glue. Again, trying not to add too much to the corners. What is that? So we'll put that here. Okay. And then we'll add this like this. Right there. Isn't that cute? Reminds me of Ricky Ricardo from I Love Lucy. If you're old enough, you know you know. Every time I go home, that's what me and my mom watch. Look how cute that is. I love that. Okay. Last one. Let's do this. Add this there. And let's cut this part off. Glue this to this. See, now this I didn't have to worry about the position because it's big enough to cover the whole part. It was that smaller bow tie that kind of threw me off. Okay. Very cute. We can add this. Yeah, I like it. That it's kind of off to the side a little bit. Okay, we'll do that. Now we're going to have to add glue here. Hopefully we won't have any problems trying to glue it down to this paper. So we'll press that down for a second. And then we'll add, I have this little black one. So we'll add this here. I need my little pokey tool again. And add this to here. Ooh, yeah, I like the black. Okay. Now let's press that down. Very cute. And then we'll add just a dot of glue to that corner. And we'll add this off to the side like this. Pressing that down, making sure it glues down pretty well. Look at that. I love it. Okay. Should I do this one? Yeah. Okay. Now what I'm thinking is I'm going to reach over and I want to grab some of these and put these on the ends. I just think that that would kind of give it a really cool touch. So let me get these little black ones. I think I need my tweezers for this. So I can put those there. These were gifted to me, but I think they're the Tim Holtz. I think they were from like they're like the half pearls, but I think these were from the what is it, I think the Halloween collection or something. Come on. Yeah, I like that. Okay. So let's add little dots of glue to the corners. And then add these, whoops. Carefully. Yep, very cool. I like that. Okay, add that to that. Oops. And then to this one, I think I'm just going to add like a little sentiment or something down here. I could put this. Is that too much? Yeah, because it says tailored. So let's not do that. But let's see this one. Do we want to add the same to the corners of this too? I could add these smaller ones, but these are brads. Oops, I opened it upside down. Let's see. I could use these little bronzy ones. Okay, let's use those. Put these back. I have some of these mixed in with the Tim Holtz ones that looks like little, they look like little screws, but we're just gonna add these to the corner. So if, in case you don't have those little dots, you can use little brads. So let's just add, I could have added it before, but when you're kind of going with the flow here, this is what happens. Yeah, this looks cute too. And once we press them flat, then you won't be able to feel them on the back. And then the last, let's press these down. And there, nice and flat. Cute, right? They're very simple, but I think they really look super cool. Let's see if we find some type of sentiment here. Let me move this out of the way and see if I can find something. Ooh, these would be cool to add a gold strip. Do I just have it in gold or do I have it in silver too? No, just in gold. So guess what? We're gonna add this here. Ooh, yeah, I like that. Oops, is that crooked? Yep. Let's try that again. Wow, that sticks on really. Oh no, I messed it up. So guess what? It's gonna. Oh no. That's what happens when I'm trying to do it away from my face and I can't see. Let's see if I can do this again. Come on. Oh, good. Okay, good. I don't know if I could reuse this now, but let me, I have to put it like this. Is it good like this? Okay, that's better. Okay, now let's put a little something in the inside. And let's see. I'm trying to see what I can put on the inside. Let's just put collector of memories. Oh my gosh, that is so cute. Yep, there it is. Now we can add eyelets to the top. Where is my... Okay, let's close this off before it gets plugged. Close this off so we can finish off these. Yeah. Let's just go ahead and put this here. Put these right in the middle. Super simple, but at least I'm hoping that these will give you ideas on what to do. You can really jazz these up. But let's add our eyelets. You could add really cool brads there too, if you have some. But I'm just gonna add an eyelet with some string, some type of, let's use the bronze for this, some type of ribbon or something to put on the top. So let's do this. Okay, there's that one. Guess we'll use the same color for all of them. Maybe I'll use gold for that last one with the black. Use gold for this. Yeah, that one looks good with gold. Okay. And just add our ribbon to the top and we are done. Aren't they cute? So let's see what ribbons I have. I have a piece of this. This is the last piece. This is that chiffon ribbon that you get from Hobby Lobby. So let's use this piece. We can finish this off. I think I'll put this one here and this one. You know, if you ever try to, if you can't do it, look, this is what I do. The tweezers, I'm telling you, they're my best friend. One of my favorite tools. This is just going to be a short little one, but that's okay. I don't want it to be too long anyway. Let's just pull that. Okay, love that. So there's that one. Next one I have, I wonder if this will go. I have this, it's kind of like a burgundy reddish color. Trying to see if I have another color that'll go better. But no, we'll just try this one. We'll see how this one works. I can always cut it. Add this little pop of red in this one. Okay, now we gotta carefully tighten it because you don't want to pull off your eyelet. So I'm just carefully trying to, there it goes. There, perfect. Okay, now I'm gonna cut this down. I shouldn't be using my scissors, my paper scissors for that, but there's that one. And then this one, let's see. Let's do, I think I'm gonna do, actually, let's do a little bit of this blue. We're gonna add blue to this one because of the blue suit. I always add a pin to the end of my ribbons, either a pin or a rubber band, just so that they won't come undone, because it bothers me when I've got the rolls of ribbon loose all over the place in my drawer. But we're gonna add this to this one. I think that would look really cool. You tighten that up a little bit, and then cut that down. And there, my friends, is it. There they are. What do you think? Tell me which one is your favorite, the black, the brown, or the burgundy. So, but there you have it. I hope that this gave you guys some ideas on what you can use for yours. I will link what I can down below. Of course, the frames I won't be able to because those I got from Hobby Lobby. But the Tim Holtz dies, his paper, the stickers and things I will link down below in case anyone is interested. So don't forget to link or to look for those links in the description. I get a lot of questions sometimes on where could you find certain items that I use or supplies, and I do mention it in my videos that it's always going to be linked down below. So make sure you check that. But otherwise, have a great day, you guys. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share, all that jazz, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.